The kingdom was weak and vacant. Meanwhile, there's talk from the Senate there was swimming slow of power and malice. From the very first time, just then I realized I can finally be mentioned in the row with these. New track, let's go!
You already know. Some guy from Louisville. Coming up.
What up, everybody? It's your boy SGFL, man, and we are back with another video. You dig, man. We are back coming in with that three-peat, man. You know what I'm saying? Third time out, man. We got Lyrizone back in the building. I bring us the track entitled 23 Knives. All right, my man said, are you ready for a history lesson? I was like, history is my favorite subject. You feel me? So yes, sir. So we're going to check out this one shortly, man. Of course, I'm going to have the previous track that we had for Lyrizone on the channel back in October, man, that make you mad, that straight psychological horror kind of music feel. You're going to enjoy stuff like this, man. I'm telling you, I'm going to link it over here to pop up towards the end so you guys can keep that train rolling, click on, go on, listen to some more Lyrizone. And of course, all the information I have for Lyrizone will be linked in the description below. So most definitely, if you feel the music, if you want to rock out to it, you want to show your support, be inspired, send some inspiration, collab, all that kind of stuff. I'll try to make it real easy for you guys to reach out to the musicians, to the artists, man. Links in the description. Tap in, let them know SGFL sent you. You feel me? But of course, you know what this is about, man. 23 Knives, new track up from Lyrizone. I don't want to do too much more talking. We'll talk at the end of this one, man. Let's go ahead and jump to the track. You ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
It's an old folks' tale from way back then. That
right into it, Lyra.
There was two kids from the Roman age, one smart and rebellious. The other let his life with the wind, traveled through time just to find signs on the sand boat. Trained in the day, but hey, they were friends, but it didn't really matter because they both for the win. One schemed, one tracked it, one's royal, one acted. And when you put them together out of sight, then history gets the clashing. It's a shame they only coin one person by a merge of factions. I suppose that's what it takes when you put another ahead of your passion. Miles up the other center the side, mentoring and saying what he needs to use. Seldom see him anybody on the outside.
Man, intro videos for video games.
But deep down he's brewing a different approach as he hypes up his partner while hiding the notes. Looking for cracks in this fool's presentation. Careful what is said and what he shows him to do.
Yeah.
What makes you king while you're living inside of my world? Playing outside of my eyes.
My man make video game music. That's like
As a decade passed, he sees the man that he made a warrior. But deep down, there's a big nerve. Now feel like people much gorier. Seen through the eyes of euphoria. He's sensing a pattern in time. Each step taking this law is broken to be rewritten by crime. Then find out by chance he gets captured. In fact, they're now raising the ransom. Why fight to protect this idiot? The kingdom was weak and vacant. Meanwhile, there's talk from the Senate there was swimming slow of power and malice. From the very first time, just then I realized I can finally be mentioned in the row with these molded hearts and fickle people. I suggest the action taken now will stop and seize it all. If you truly fear his capabilities, then listen closely. The only way to kill a madman is through a guy like me.
killer gonna do a meter. Hire me. Agent 47.
The person I trained became a person I hunted. Such a shame how this turned out when I'm not haunted. What makes you king while you're living inside of my world? Playing outside of my eyes. With the base of your rule crumbling down. One day you'll run out of time. Fast forward, now the story gets good. Signal now, pull out the toga. Knows the time as he moves with a purpose. Won't most be that deep press for the closure. All for more so for the end. With a trailer go one pop right, but it really helped my way back in. First move I did, act of faith, but I moved so
My man's like telling a story to like somebody like a late night horror film.
Talking to people, giving them purpose, what I do. Not be locked inside this chain, but waiting for you, cease. I'm down the road with 3 G's. Let's go grieve in the creek. I'm walking up with an army. I raise my head when I speak. The bush wide open, the door as you're looking at me in shock. It's like I told you when kids, the throne was always the spot. Know you're wondering why we're here. Look at this dagger. It represents what you stole and it holds our time in this matter. Place my hold
Got the Sands of Time dagger, Prince Persia.
take a stab at the rolling gate. What makes you king while you're living inside of my world? Playing outside of my eyes. With the base of your rule crumbling down. One day you'll what makes you king while you're living inside of my world? What makes you king
Man, got intro music for real, for real. All right, y'all. 23 knives from the one and only mythical, historical, dark musician Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Lyrizone, man. You hear this and you see it with the, not even just with the visuals of it, man, like the video aspect, man, with the dark, man, all that kind of mystique stuff's giving that Mace the Dark Age back. If you know, you know, man. My game was what? Tap in. Who know Mace the Dark Age? You feel me? You can't tell me this don't feel like this could have been if they remastered it, something like that on new age consoles or whatever like that, and you know they want to redo like intro videos, player select screens, all that kind of stuff. They don't need to hire Lyrizone. You know what I'm saying? Because this is already like a premise, nice little lore background, good aesthetic, man. I feel like it can be one of the characters, DLC, that can be in that, man. Mace the Dark Age, tap in. If you know, you know, hit that like button. But as always, man, once again, just like the visual aspect of it is always top tier and top notch. My man is basically like making songs that's telling a story, almost like he's sitting down like a folklore, like in a tavern or a bar, and they're like, hey man, tell, you know what I'm saying, Jebediah about the such and such, the dark 23 knives assassin type thing. And he gets down into it and they like once upon a time and he goes to this. That's dope, man, for a musician to be able to continue to tell stories like this. And got that fast voice, you know what I'm saying? Almost like it's a secret aspect to it, man. But it's like, you know, for certain ears only, you know, everybody can't hear the aesthetic for this, man. They don't know the premise. I'm really about to give you some real like a secret squirrel kind of information, man. But once again, it goes to like a little bit of a dark historical sci-fi vibe with this one, man. Really like it's palatable. I mean, it's like I said, telling a story just like I feel like two boys bonded together, man, in friendship, but they're really divided by like destiny, by power, and by ambition, man. A lot of things that can really, I'm about to cuss, mess up a friendship in that aspect, man. If it ain't money, power, respect, it's more so destiny, power, and ambition. You know what I'm saying? The one's calculated, one's intelligent. You know what I'm saying? One's calculated, intelligent, and quietly rebellious. You know, he's out there, you know, he pushes back a little bit. He ain't all the way out there like full stop, no. But you know, while the other really drifts through life, you know, saying just chilling, eventually rising into kingship. You know, he's the one. He was chosen. And it's like, you know, they're shaped by the mentors, you know what I'm saying? They really got that aesthetic in their life, really branched them and molding them into who they're gonna end up in, man. The system that really molds him into that ruler, you know. And at the same time, man, time travel, or as time travels, you know, they really get into that at political maneuvering, you know, and then that this Roman era style, like imagery aspect atmosphere, it really collides, man. It really feels like the that you're reveals that himself as both an architect and the eventual enemy of the king, you know what I'm saying, who he like really he helped create, you know, the one that once again those side by side grew up friendships, good, bad, almost like Gungrave, you know what I'm saying? Vash the Stampede. What you man, y'all know about this stuff, man. Let me stop. You know, once again, but beneath the surface, man, it's really like it's the surface, really like that loyalty, man, lies guilt, you know, and resentment. You know, it's how it usually is when your friend that you know you help. A lot of people, it's this day and age too, in 2025 and the 21st type century, man. People still go through that same exact thing, man. That resentment and that guilt, they feel like they should be in them in your position, even though they ain't putting the work, even though they ain't putting the time, they ain't doing the sacrifice. They feel like you should did everything, but it should have been them in that spot instead, man. Really growing that awareness, man. That really power corrupts, 100%, man. And then the identity is like stolen, you know, and rewritten at the same time, man. The ruler really becomes like paranoid, you know, and violent, and then the laws is really get bent into like crimes, and the kingdom itself really weakens, and you know you got senators and stuff like that, and they plot, and chaos is really brewing in this atmosphere, man. And really recognize that, you know, that love once restrained the king's darkness, you know, it really subsided them. You know what I'm saying? Nardo Karuma, you know, the seven curse seal, you know, but once that's unveiled, you know, all hands on deck at that point. But now that restraint is gone, forcing them into that role of the hunter, you know, and then rather than the mentor, you know, he's out there, he's trying to seek that dominance again, really. And the story really escalates or accelerates, I would say, towards that confrontation that's inevitably going to happen, man, through time machines and like symbolic tokens and stuff like that, man, and a dagger that's really like representing that betrayal, you know, and that stolen destiny, man. In the end, man, I really like how the song comes together, man. It culminates that brutal reckoning where legitimacy and it's stripped away. You know, it's no longer available. It's no longer there, man. The king's authority is really burned to the ground at that point, man. The whole kingdom, castle, and whole aesthetic is gone. You know, and the throne is reclaimed by the one who really always believed that the world was never truly the king's to rule in the first place. You know, and once again, it goes to that atmosphere of like not Cain and Abel, you know, saying biblical times, man. But like I said, those two people on two different paths that may start, you know, one go, you see it in movies all the time, man. You got the good guy who, you know, go through the police academy, blah, 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 becomes, you know, mayor, lieutenant, or whatever. And you got the other one, you know, they were side by side, ace, boom, coon, tight, you know what I'm saying? Two peas in a pie, criminal underworld, blah, blah, head honcho, kingpin thing. And then eventually, worlds collide, who's gonna come out. If y'all play that game away, I ain't gonna get into that, man. That's still, man, we can keep going about this forever, man. There's so many aesthetics that this is applied to that really can resonate with so many atmospheres. You know what I'm saying? So this story being told, you can just take out like the mythical aspect of it, man, and just like understand that this is more so something now, you know, that's throughout time. Don't even matter, man. Since the dawn of man, stuff like this has been happening, man. Anything that comes with jealousy, resentment, you know, envy, all that kind of stuff, man. So super dope, man. Lyrizone continue to make a story, man. I feel like could be Mace the Dark Age intro, nice anime background, could be a good story set to a new show or whatever the case may be, man. You can make a whole premise off of this, man. You know what I'm saying? You can make a whole sitcom going off of just this if you just want to, and really have like parts episodes, release them out on YouTube. You know, people can follow along on the story. It can be an audio book, it can be so many things with this, man. But I really like how it's to music. It's melodic, but it's also it's like almost like in the stance where you hear like if you're in a tavern at The Witcher playing Gwent and you overhear some people talking about this stuff, man. Super dope. I like how this song really like speaks imagination, your imagination. If you have it, if you have something to pull from, and it's really gonna tickle it, and you're gonna be able to know. You may have a different outlook than I do, and ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But this is how I process it, man. I think that's dope that you got music out there that can say the same lyrics, don't like, yeah, but we all process it differently and get different stories from it. Lyrizone, man, 23/9, super dope, man. Of course, all the information I got for Lyrizone linked in the description below. So most definitely tap in, tune in, do with that information as you see fit, man. Make sure you guys check out that Make You Mine too. It should be popping up over shortly, man. So you get some more Lyrizone, get some more of this in your life, man. And the previous one we had from that one was that checkout with that air. You know, was more so like that man, that's like a black magic kind of track. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what I had it for. So most definitely just go down the rabbit hole. Got 3 tracks from Lyrizone. You got more coming down the pipe, I'm sure. Just check out the links in the description. Probably got a ton of music for you guys to check out, man. Support the artist, support the creative, and make sure you guys share the music on your social medias, man. Tag and credit the artist, give them that proper respect. So other people who may tap in and may see what you post can also follow back them breadcrumbs. Check out the artist you might be turning them on to their next favorite musician. While you at it, tell a friend about your boy. You know, I upload videos almost every single day, showcasing, spotlighting, spotlighting these up and coming artists, man. I will continue to do so long as you got to continue to come back, check in with your boy, man. It's always an honor, always a pleasure. From me to you, until next time, it will be soon. It's your boy SGFL. I'm out.